Hello, Commanders fans. Today we have some hot news that you can't miss. So before we start, subscribe to the channel, activate the bell to stay up to date with all the news, and leave that like that strengthens our community. Now, without further ado, let's go straight to today's news. 5 bargain free agents the Commanders should already be thinking about in 2025. Adam Peters has quickly and efficiently gutted the Washington Commanders roster during his first few months as general manager. This was a necessary exercise, considering the team's poor direction under Ron Rivera. The results were immediate. Things haven't gone well for the Commanders in recent weeks. That doesn't take away from how encouraging this season has been overall. Washington is well ahead of schedule in year one of Peters' drastic overhaul. They've earned respect and are reportedly becoming an attractive destination for those looking to secure new challenges when free agency hits next spring. Peters still needs to find the right guys. There's confidence he can do that based on his promising reputation and the new culture shift in Washington. The Commanders have enough money to take a chance if opportunities arise. They'll also need to find some cheaper additions who could potentially make an impact next time around. With that in mind, here are 5 veteran free agents the Commanders should already be thinking about signing before the 2025 offseason. Bargain free agents the Commanders should be thinking about in 2025. Commanders could sign Israel Mukuamu. The Washington Commanders could have a serious need within their secondary next offseason. Several established stars are out of contract and may not return. Trading for cornerback Marshawn Lattimore before the deadline doesn't change that fact. Benjamin St. Just, Michael Davis, Noah Igbinoghene, Jeremy Chin, and Derek Forrest are all facing uncertain futures. 1 or 2 will be retained, but Adam Peters won't hesitate to get rid of those who haven't done their part. If the Commanders want some bang for their buck, then taking a look at Israel Mukuamu wouldn't be the worst idea in the world. The former 6th-round pick knows Dan Quinn and Joe Witt Jr. well from their time together with the Dallas Cowboys. He has the versatility to operate anywhere in the secondary to sweeten the pot even more. Mukuamu is reliable when called into the defensive rotation. He has carved out a niche for himself on special teams, excelling and firmly establishing himself in this key discipline. Much will depend on the money involved, but the Syracuse product could be a useful addition for depth purposes and special teams prowess. Commanders could sign Tutu Atwell. Jaden Daniels has proven he can lead the Washington Commanders' revival. What the rookie quarterback needs is better weapons in the passing game to take the next step. No one is reliable beyond Pro Bowl pass catcher Terry McLaurin. Noah Brown has promise, but crucial drops in key moments are a constant frustration. Olamide Zaccoz, Diami Brown, and Luke McCaffrey have yet to break through, so expect the Commanders to address that with urgency in 2025. Many fans are expecting Adam Peters to make a bold splash for Cincinnati Bengals wideout T. Higgins. That will be costly, so examining alternatives that provide more value can't be completely ruled out. That puts Tutu Atwell firmly under the microscope. The former 2nd-round pick flourished in a key role with the Los Angeles Rams early in the season. When star duo Cooper Kupp and Puka Nacua returned from injury, he dropped back to the fringes. Atwell is likely relishing the prospect of moving elsewhere and becoming a potential focal point. He has talent, so the Commanders could do a lot worse than examine his credentials in greater detail. Commanders could sign Joseph Ossai. Finding productive edge rushers is something the Commanders need to do this offseason. Dorrance Armstrong Jr. hasn't lived up to his billing. Dante Fowler Jr. deserves an extension after recording 8.5 sacks so far, but the price tag is only going up as the veteran looks to cash in on the wrong side of 30 for the last time. The draft route is preferable. This is a standout defensive lineman class for Adam Peters to take advantage of. Adding a high-potential individual from the free agent pool is another realistic avenue to pursue. Joseph Ossai fits the mold. The versatile defender can play either end or second-level defensive tackle with minimal fuss. He's been a useful rotational piece throughout his 3 years with the Cincinnati Bengals thus far. The former 3rd-round pick is also emerging as a decent special teams contributor this season for the first time. Ossai has the physical attributes that should fit well into Dan Quinn and Joe Witt Jr.'s scheme. Having the opportunity to join Washington's ambitious project is something that could earn the Commanders a good deal in this scenario. Commanders could sign Brady Christensen. The Washington Commanders' offensive line has been a bright spot, aside from some lackluster performances in recent weeks. However, this is a position group that Adam Peters cannot afford to sit still in as he seeks to maximize the exceptional traits that quarterback Jaden Daniels brings to the table. Adding more quality depth, if nothing else, is always welcome. Competition breeds success at all levels. Someone like Brady Christensen offers just that at any position in the protection department. Christensen's versatility has come to the fore once again this season. He has played guard, center, and left tackle for the Carolina Panthers and has done so with ease at all three positions. This is a tremendous asset for any team to draw upon. The former third-round pick out of BYU may want to test himself elsewhere in search of a starting role. That's something the Commanders could potentially provide, especially if the likes of Nick Allegretti and Andrew Wiley don't finish the campaign strong. At worst, Christensen would be a huge upgrade as Washington's swing option at all five positions. He could also cost nothing to add to the intrigue even more. Commanders could sign Cameron Bynum. As previously stated, the Commanders could use some reinforcements at safety when the 2025 offseason rolls around. Jeremy Chin is doing well enough to earn a new deal, but Derek Forrest has been left out and will likely be moved when his rookie contract expires next spring. Adam Peters needs to find another option that can solidify the depth and challenge Chin and Quan Martin for a starting role. Someone like Cameron Bynum fits the bill. Bynum has been a highly productive player during his time with the Minnesota Vikings. He gets around the ball against the run and provides adequate support for cornerbacks on the back end. Perhaps most impressive is his improvement in coverage this season, conceding 51.4% of his targets and a 58.8 passer rating when targeted to further increase his influence. The Vikings will likely try to keep Bynum around, but it wouldn't hurt the Commanders to test the waters if the former fourth-round pick out of California is allowed to test the market.